And once again, with no intro, it's time for another Glyos recap, and I don't really want to waste a lot of time on this one because I have so much I need to show you guys. July was such a busy month for Glyos, and some incredibly cool stuff came out, and I did a little bit of business with some companies I've never done anything with before, so I've got a lot of new stuff to show you. So, if you weren't paying attention to Glyos in the month of July, this is what you missed. And we're going to start with something that technically isn't Glyos, but it is related. So we all know Toyfinity, who does the new Glyos-based Roboforce toys based on the 80s toy line. They have a lot of figures from the 80s that didn't get released because the line got canceled after the first wave that aren't really doable with the typical Glyos functions that Toyfinity works with. So they partnered with MechaZone, who does 3D printed robot toys, to create this guy. This is Fangar, the Conspirator. He is based on a snake robot from the original Roboforce line that did not see release. As you can see, he is a very badass looking snake figure. The thing, look at that. He looks like he's completely painted, but that's an acetone treated printed plastic. That's all like natural gloss, only the eyes and the silver are painted. Look at the detail in this thing. This is cool. I love the idea. Like, this is literally produced out of someone's garage. Ball jointed segments and all. I mean, really cool that, like, you can make this in your own home these days. Like, if you're willing to spend the money, you can just sit there and print toys and build them all day. It's kind of nuts. And it's a really cool figure. They only made 25 of these, and they're a little bit scrawny to fit in with the Roboforce figures, but it's cool to see that a lost piece of toy robot history actually managed to come to life in the modern day. And I just kind of wanted to show this off because, yeah, they made so few. But that is a really cool thing. I'm happy Toyfinity got to release a few of those unproduced characters. Now, let's see, what do we have here? Oh, you'll excuse me if there's a lot of box shuffling in this one, if you can hear that in the background, because there's a lot of stuff here, and I can't fit it all on the desk. I'm going to start with 481 Universe and NiStuff, who produced the two most popular colorways going right now. Here's the Laden-headed Ultra Bronze, with the matching teal plastic the matching teal paint that all of the Ultra Bronze figures tend to use, as well as the gunmetal gray with the red. These look so cool in these colors. So, well, pretty much anything has looked cool. Beady red eyes. Pretty much everything has looked cool in these two metallics. They are one of the more popular ones I've seen, and pretty much every company has produced figures with these colors now. And rightfully so. Like, that is what I love about the Glyos stuff. It's all interchangeable. And I meant to have some, like, pre-built stuff so you can see just how much they interchange. Like, go see some of my Glyos 101 reviews if you want to see how they mix and match. But, yeah, I've got so much here that really wasn't a lot of time for it. So, Ni released a bunch of those. He just released some in a metallic teal. I haven't picked any up yet, and you wouldn't see them until next month anyway. But they're there now if you're interested. And I think these guys are still available too. So I've got all the links below for all the different toy makers, and there's a bunch of them this time. Let's go into some of the newer stuff here. For starters, I am something of a wrestling guy, so these have always been on my radar, but I've never really had the chance to pick them up. And you can see, yes, still in the Ultra Bronze. This is Goliath from the Mystic Warriors of the Ring. Now, Mystic Warriors is wrestling-based minifigures that don't have any typical articulation, but Goliath here is an exception. Using Glyos connections, he can interchange with a bunch of figures, and there's some unique parts to him, like very musculature arms. The claws I've seen are a very popular piece. The tail is a popular little piece. They all come unpainted like this, so they're also very ripe for customizing. And yeah, I really like this is like just speaks of the uniqueness in Glyos. Like, they go all over, and these organic designs are getting a little bit more common. I'm seeing more and more of this, and more, and less, about aliens and robots here. This colorway, of course, the Ultra Bronze, because everyone likes the Ultra Bronze. And because every Glyos company has to do it, they also did glow in the dark, which, yeah, you can kind of tell the detail gets washed out on these very easily. It's very hard for a camera to pick it up. But in the dark, it looks really cool, I assure you. So that's a neat pickup. If you're like wrestling based, there's a ton of little stuff, a lot of referential stuff that was produced. Let's see, what else do I have here? Yeah, I'm digging through boxes now to make sure I've got everything here on point. Here's the other company that I hadn't ever bought from before. This is Rocket North and the Banaman line, which is very kind of different feel than most Glyos stuff as I rearrange things here. Man, so much to show. Their figures, which, see here? Much tinier than your typical Glyos, and very Army Man base. Like, this kind of goes back to old childhood stuff of little green men getting lost underneath the sofas and lounge seats, and or what I considered bunkers as a kid. There's a definite charm to these little tiny guys. I mean, they've got very cartoonish round features, but yeah, he's carrying these massive Glocks, which is hysterical to me. Now, they look tiny, and they are. Like, next to Goliath, you can see, like, here, Layden, who's a little tall for a typical Glyos toy. Like, you can see, these guys are itty-bitty. But they have a... Don't fall over. You're embarrassing me. They have a definite charm to them that I really like, and in large numbers, they look quite cool. Oh, but if this isn't your style, these do come with a ton of parts, aside from weapons and... there's a backpack that's currently missing on this one. Little bomb. I call them, like, they look like grenades because they look like switch pins, but they're too long for that. They also have these guys with this, like, Spaceballs dark helmet thing going on. I love the look of these guys. Like, again, we're into the ultra bronze and the teal and all the plastic that all matches in the world. And sword accessory, which is very large for him. The sword is, like, super clever in design because, like, here, like, it's designed to match up with Glyos pegs and hands, so, like, he can use it if he wants to. But the sword's design itself pegs into both sides of the hands instead of just, like, slipping through. Now, if we take the handle, flip it around, and reconnect, now we have a sword that can be held by just about any other action figure. So it adds a little bit of accessory play for just about any type of handhold you could want. That's a really cool little design trait. It's really multi-use for the accessories I like. And again, these guys are made of a lot of tiny little bits, so they're good for tiny little builds, which there's a lot of tiny Glyos out there. I just don't usually grab them. But as they are Army Man based, it is a soldier and military motif. There's a big vinyl toy that actually goes with them, and it is something of a specialty. Yep, it is a big vinyl tank, which is currently knocking things over behind it. I love this thing. Look at, it's a big cartoonish tank, like something you'd see out of like an old cartoon or something. I love it. And you can see it's done up to match the current Ultra Bronze and Teal look. There's a few little paint apps here and some tampographies just to give it a little bit of the military personality that Banaman's storyline goes with. Yeah, there's a storyline to Banaman. There's a ton of stuff. It's one of those customizable vinyls. You can see these little rings that the block from Onell had. You can cut these out and attach extra barrels, attach Onell parts if you have them in matching colors or have a customizing idea. And there's some here on the bottom and on the back. And something unique is, there's another one on the top, but something unique is there's also little ports here and there that fit normal Glyos pegs, as you can see here. So you can also add extra armaments, little tiny things, or work them into your builds even. So this is actually very versatile considering it's a big vinyl tank. Now, I'm going to grab this because this hasn't left my desk since it arrived. One of the things Banaman is known for is taking some of the previous Glyos toys from Onell and giving them a colorway called Apocalypse, which is jet black with red panel lining, and it looks amazing. And much to my surprise, they threw in a little bit. I've got him like right here, like you can see him peeking through there, just as the pilot right now. But dude knew my love of Apocalypse, so he sent me this little bitty bit. It's a Buildman backpack, as well as a Scar Faden head. Just little bits left over, but you can see like how well that colorway looks with the really deep and very bright red lines. I love how these toys look. Someday I will get the actual Apocalypse figures. Like the Apocalypse Sarvos is my #1 most wanted Glyos toy. One day it will be mine, but for now I've got a little bit of it here, and I really appreciate the guys over at Rocket North for sending that over to me. Just as a little bit of a, I don't know, I think he liked the Apocalypse Skeleton custom I made. So that is cool. I really love this tank. Like, that's such a different thing for Glyos to feature, and it really adds to the profile of all these guys. So let's see. We did that. We got all that out. What else is next? Oh, well, the biggest thing that came out was Onell's 8th anniversary. Yeah, Onell Design, the people who made Glyos in the first place, has been going for 8 years now, which is absolutely amazing. Like, that's awesome for like a tiny little independent toy company to be able to retain such popularity and still keep going. So they went all out for their drop in July, and I gotta show you guys these things because, oh my god. First off, since I mentioned a skeleton before, I'm gonna show you the skeleton that came out this time. Check it out. Fully panel lined, full deluxe paint job, paint apps all over the place. This thing is just like absolutely just like as paint loaded as you could possibly get on a skeleton, looking absolutely wicked in this tan bone and these dark brown lines going through it. It's a really beautiful little figure. Now, I will mention, because I forget to mention a lot, the skeletons are just like Fadens with extra parts attached to it, so you can like disassemble it, and like there's a fully painted Faden figure underneath. Usually they're unpainted. In this case, fully painted. And they do come with all the extra parts you need to just build standard Traveler Fadens in all these different color schemes. So it's 2 figures in one, and I love the different profile this armor gives. And look at this, like it's so creepy, like with this like flesh, like muscle tone kind of color. This very meaty, considering it's just painted bone molding. See, the other one, now here's the other thing. The 8th anniversary was all Dungeons and Dragons based, which I absolutely love. So we got something here in like classic ogre colors, classic orc colors, real dark browns and very toxic colored greens. It looks so good. And that was kind of the running color for just about everything. As I shuffle through here, we have a Noboto that was released in those color schemes. Again, a lot of extra paint on these guys. Noboto, I never remember how to pronounce it, but this is the first time he received panel lining. So there's a lot of first times going on here. We have a Kraboth that was released to match. That was in a very unique color scheme. So, and let's see, there's so much in here. There's like, okay, so there's standards. I don't want to show you everything, but I kind of have to. So we have a dark translucent teal Argent that came out. Very cool. He's probably the most standard, honestly, of the whole thing. And he's currently knee bent, so I can't really stand him up. Let's see, I can continue here. You know, there's another Kraboth. The big things, and for more than one reason I'm calling them big things, the Super Kraboth came back. See, not only fully panel lined, which is only the second one to do it, a lot of new paint apps were added to him. He's done up in classic two-tone red Beholder colors, and it looks absolutely wicked. And you can see the Kraboth that came before was in matching two-tone red. This might be my absolute favorite Super Kray. Absolutely wicked looking. I don't know what it is. Like, red's not even my favorite color. I'm a green guy, but Glyos toys just look really good in two-tone red. Like, really, really good. Like, vinyl, normal toy, whatever. Some of the cooler stuff is they came out with this guy. This is a Armadoc, which they haven't released an Armadoc in a long time. Like, I've been buying Glyos toys since last November, and this is the first one I can remember seeing on sale in that whole time. And again, he's done up in the orc colors, so this would be your giant, like, master orc, I guess. He comes with an extra Cyclops head, too, if you want a big green Cyclops stomping around. So they did that. To continue that, the Dungeons and Dragons theme, they came out with this guy. This is a Titan skeleton from October Toys, the people who are rebooting Skeleton Warriors as Glyos figures. And normally I don't go for like action figure Glyos, but something about articulated skeletons just really hits a nice point for me, especially PVC ones with interchangeable removable bones and everything. And this one got an extra load of panel lining as well. So he's very, very heavily painted. You can see a lot of dirt and in his grooves and everything. He looks so cool. I'm not sure what happened on this one. Like, the paint on him is a little bit sticky, and I'm not sure how that happened. Almost like it's enamel painted, which doesn't stick to PVC very well. A lot of these little details have picked up all of the dog hair that's been floating around my room. So beyond that, like, really cool of them to release that, and very appropriate for a D&D set. And the last one they did for the release, a super deluxe painted, panel lined, over painted Kabuto Mushi from the God Beast himself. But this is an Onell figure. There's a lot of crossover going with this series, and this is one of the reasons why I love this drop so much. Ton of paint going into him, ton of detail, giving it a really unique look too. There was a unique build that went in with this too that kind of made him more of a mage type monster, but I don't know. I like the standard Kabuto Mushi build a little bit more. He came with a little apprentice mage Kraboth as well. That's really cool, like matching Kraboth and Kabuto Mushi. Like, the crossover appeal for this was like huge for me. You can see that's pretty much the month of July, and oh my god, look at all of this. Like, and I didn't even buy everything that went out there, you know, like the NiStuff toys. Like, he released all the additional heads that he makes in those colors as well, so a lot of building potential going on with those. What else? I think I got the Banaman, yeah. But you can see, like, absolute ton of stuff, and everyone kind of went all out to impress this month, or last month rather. So I'm like over the moon. Like, this was a really good month of Glyos stuff. And now, since you stuck in this far, I'm going to show you what's coming out tomorrow from the God Beast, as he releases 3 brand new metallic Kabuto Mushis, as well as any leftovers from Kansas City Comic Con, where he released 2 exclusives. I don't know if he's got any stock of them left, but I will go ahead and show you. This is the Infection Red done up with glitter plastic, as well as a lot of subtle gold paint. Really, really cool. I kind of want to give you a better look at these like next month, since technically these are August releases. There's a smoke gray. Look at that. It's like it looks like he's like a walking galaxy with the silver details and metal flake. Man, it looks so neat. I really love the look of those. But then we're getting into like standard metallics. Now these, and I'll go ahead and show you. Gunmetal again, looking incredible on the Kabuto Mushi mold. This is what I wanted God Beast to do. Like, I love the Kabuto Mushi, but I've been getting tired of all of the homages lately. I wanted him to get back to just doing his own thing and creating things that can be built with and can intermingle with other toy lines again. And now we're finally getting back to that, and the Kabuto Mushi's kind of shining on its own. Like, these 2 guys are brilliant looking, and they don't have any homage or any 80s cartoon reference needed. Also new on the block, brilliant metallic teal. There's a little preview of this in a recent Onell drop, but this is the first figure to fully utilize it. It's the same stuff that NiStuff is currently running a series of toys with. Looking incredibly cool. Very cool. And here's the weird one. Here's the weird one. This guy in metallic indigo, and it's a proper indigo. Like, I swear, like, this one is really hard to photograph, but in person, I tell you, like, I've set this toy down and it's looked purple to me. I pick it up and look at it up close and it looks blue. Like, depending on how the light hits it and how you're looking at it, it looks purple, it looks blue, but the color's super dark, super rich, and it's super dark, super deep is what it is. And it looks incredible. Like, I really want to see a lot of Glyos toys using this stuff, because it really is, like, it's hard to really convey it on camera, but it's a really cool stuff. So all of that, if you're watching it on the first day of this video's release, that's all going to be available on the godbeast shop tomorrow night. I've got the link below in the description, as well as the description, or the link for all of the Glyos producers featured here today. So if there's anything that struck your interest, those are the people to pay attention to, just in case they come up with something cool again. And I hope the people who have been following the Glyos recaps enjoys a look at some of the new offerings as I kind of expand my Glyos horizons and see a little bit more what this community has to offer. And now I gotta find a place for it to all go.